The history of the first heart surgery. Heart surgery is one of the most important medical advances in history. It has saved many lives and continues to be a crucial part of modern medicine. However, it was not always possible to perform heart surgeries. The human heart is a very delicate organ, and for a long time, doctors thought it was too risky to operate on. This article will explain the story of the first heart surgery, starting with the first successful attempt and moving forward to more modern times. The first heart surgery in history. The very first heart surgery took place on September 7, 1896. It was performed by a doctor named Dr. Ludwig Rehn, who was a German surgeon working in Frankfurt, Germany. This was an extremely important event because before this surgery, many people believed that heart surgery was impossible. They thought the heart was too fragile, and trying to operate on it would always result in the patient's death. But Dr. Rehn proved that this was not true. He performed heart surgery on a 22-year-old man who had been stabbed in the chest. The injury was so severe that the knife had punctured the man's heart. The situation was life-threatening, and the man was unlikely to survive without surgery. Dr. Rehn decided to try something no one had done before. He would open the man's chest and stitch the wound in his heart. This was an extremely bold decision because no one had ever successfully operated on a beating heart. The procedure was risky and dangerous, but Dr. Rehn was careful and precise. In the end, he managed to close the wound, and the patient survived. This event was a breakthrough in medicine. It showed that it was possible to operate on the heart, something that had never been done before. Dr. Rehn's work was the start of a new era in medical science. After his success, other doctors began to explore the possibility of heart surgeries as well. The heart is delicate. The heart is a very important organ in the human body. It pumps blood to all parts of the body, keeping us alive. Because it is so essential, any injury or problem with the heart can be very dangerous. For this reason, doctors were afraid of trying to operate on it for many years. They worried that if something went wrong during surgery, the patient would die. The reason heart surgeries were so difficult is because the heart is always beating. When the heart beats, it moves, and this makes it hard for a doctor to perform precise surgery. In the late 19th century, medical science was not as advanced as it is today, so doctors had limited tools and knowledge. They did not have the technology to stop the heart from beating safely, which made heart surgery nearly impossible. Dr. Rehn's success in 1896 was incredible because he managed to repair the heart while it was still beating. This was something that many thought could never be done. He used simple surgical tools and basic techniques, but his courage and skill made the operation a success. The first open heart surgery. While Dr. Rehn performed the first heart surgery, the first open heart surgery happened many years later. Open heart surgery is when doctors cut open the chest and operate directly on the inside of the heart. The first time this was successfully done was on September 2, 1952. A doctor named Dr. F. John Lewis performed this surgery at the University of Minnesota in the United States. Dr. Lewis was trying to repair a congenital heart defect, which is a problem with the heart that is present at birth. In this case, the patient had a small hole in their heart that needed to be closed. For this surgery, Dr. Lewis used a special method called hypothermia, which means cooling the body. When the body is cold, the heart beats more slowly, and this gives the surgeon time to operate. Dr. Lewis lowered the patient's body temperature so that the heart slowed down enough for him to carefully stitch up the hole. This surgery was also a great success. and it marked the beginning of modern heart surgery. Dr. Lewis's work showed that it was possible to perform more complex surgeries on the heart, and it opened the door for even more advanced techniques. The development of heart surgery. After these two important surgeries, heart surgery continued to develop rapidly. More doctors began to try new techniques, and technology started to improve. One of the biggest advances came with the invention of the heart-lung machine. This machine can take over the job of pumping blood while the heart is being operated on. It was invented in the 1950s and made it possible for doctors to perform much longer and more complicated heart surgeries. With the help of the heart-lung machine, doctors could stop the heart completely during surgery. This made it much easier to work on the heart because it was no longer moving. Surgeons could now repair heart valves, replace damaged parts, and even perform heart transplants. In 1967, Dr. Christiaan Barnard performed the first heart transplant in South Africa. This was another major achievement in heart surgery. A heart transplant is when a damaged heart is replaced with a healthy one from a donor. Dr. Barnard's work showed that even the most serious heart problems could be treated with surgery. The importance of heart surgery. Today, heart surgery is a common medical procedure that saves thousands of lives every year. Doctors can repair heart defects, replace heart valves, and even perform heart transplants with a high success rate. What once seemed impossible is now part of routine medical care. Many lives have been saved thanks to the brave doctors like Dr. Ludwig Rehn, Dr. F. John Lewis, and Dr. Christiaan Barnard, who were willing to take risks and push the boundaries of medicine. Their work has allowed modern heart surgeons to treat people with heart diseases more effectively than ever before. Conclusion. The first heart surgery in 1896 was a groundbreaking event that changed the future of medicine. Dr. Rehn's bold decision to operate on a wounded heart showed that heart surgery was possible. Over the years, many other doctors built on this achievement, leading to the development of open heart surgery and heart transplants. Today, heart surgery is a well-established medical practice, thanks to the efforts of those early pioneers. Heart surgery has come a long way since that first operation in 1896, and it continues to evolve with new techniques and technologies. It serves as a reminder of how far medicine has advanced and the importance of taking risks for the sake of progress.